Good evening, friends. You are finding me in the kitchen as always. It seems like. Hopefully, you don't get bored. But I just decided to quickly pick up my recording camera tonight and bring you guys along to cook dinner, and also I have something that I'm going to bake because I have a blessed amount of ripe bananas. Some of you could maybe guess, others might not know, but I'll keep you in suspense. Before I do continue, I want to thank you guys so much for always watching our videos, subscribing and liking, and sharing. If you are a new subscriber, please feel welcome. Thank you for being here, and thank you for always watching our videos and supporting us. So without further ado, let's get into tonight's video. It has recently just started raining. I have fireflies flying around. Anyways, it has actually just started raining for the first time in probably a month. And it is pleasantly sounding wonderful. So anyways, I'm going to be in the kitchen tonight and I'm going to bring you guys along and hopefully you enjoy this video. So let's get into tonight's video.
Hey, where have you been? I've been looking for you now and then. Someone just like you, who can make me feel the way you do. Cause if I'm the ocean, you're the rain. We only need each other, baby, you know we're the same. Let's run away. All I need is you, now and always. You and me, we don't need no one else than each other. You and me. We could run away. You and me together, baby, we don't gotta stay. Let's lose our minds. We could go crazy and leave it all behind. It could be glorious.
So as I said, I have a blessed amount of bananas. Don't look at the sink, just the bananas. When we were at the Meru Children's Home the other weekend, the mama there has blessed us with bananas, and we brought home some sweet potatoes, which are actually right here. I had cooked these earlier and they're unthawing for breakfast tomorrow morning. And also arrowroots. She blessed us with that and we distributed among us as a team. So here I have a bowl, and thankfully my husband was able to bring home eggs the other night, which I'm so grateful for. That means we can bake something. And so tonight we are going to be baking a loaf of banana bread. And thankfully I was able to get some few necessary items today at the supermarket, which I will also share with you. I do not have margarine. It is super expensive. So I'm going to try to substitute margarine / butter in the recipe for oil. But otherwise, I'm going to share the recipe in the description downstairs. So if you want to try this banana bread, you can do that. And so let's get into getting these bananas mashed up and ready for a loaf of banana bread. So I don't know if you guys are able to hear, but there's actually it sounds like a crusade or something going on in just our town up here. So if you hear it in the background, that's what it is. But I was able to get a liter of oil today, 1 kg of rice, some local sugar, and a bag of milk, and some baking flour today. I got some cosmetics as well. I got toothpaste, and what else? Soap I got. Today it was like 1,500 Kenyan shillings, which is about $10 or something like that. So I was excited to be able to get some flour and be able to bake this bread tonight. These are my eggs. Of course, I'm not using all of this, to bake. But anyways, this is my banana recipe that I love. You can either screenshot it or see it in the description below. So I know that I'm not using all of these bananas, and some of them look like this. They busted. So I want to see if I can salvage some of the pieces so I don't have to throw every banana or all of the banana. Like this part. I'm gonna put it in my bowl here. But I do also want to, and this one is spoiled at the bottom, so I'm gonna open it and see if I can salvage some of that as well. What I want to do with the remaining of the bananas is freeze them. So I want to put them in bags and freeze them. But I decided that I'm going to try and make these bananas or the banana bread quite strong. So I'm going to add quite a few bananas. They're not overripe, so they're not quite as sweet. But I need to use some because there's too many. Okay, friends, I got my bananas. The recipe asks for approximately 4 bananas that are super ripe. So what I do is I just put in the bananas first, mash them up with a fork. I could be using my mixer, but I was like, it wasn't quite worth it because I'm just doing one loaf of bread, so this is gonna be just as easy. I'm sure some people do it different because there's probably no right or wrong way to do it, but this is how Marilyn Aluzimbi does it. Wow, these bananas are so big. Like, they're so big and round, and they are so delicious. They're so sweet. I think Meru is known for bananas, raising good bananas, and it is definitely not a joke. This is a lot of bananas. Not gonna lie. The recipe asks for 4 big bananas, or medium size. This might have been more like 6. No, not 6. Maybe 5, 4.5, 5, something like that. But that'll make it sweeter. Okay, friends, this is my batter, and I hope we can get it into a loaf pan. If not, we'll put it in a cake pan, because I'm thinking it might be pretty full. So let's put a little bit of oil in this pan. It's pretty full, guys. Fingers crossed that it's not going to run over. If it runs over, I guess so be it. So friends, in the meantime, as the oven gets heated up, I am going to try and get these bananas in bags to put in the freezer. So I got a few new bags here. These are bags from US. You can find Ziploc bags here, but there was a time I found a lot of Ziploc bags for a good price, and I really snagged them up. So I'm still remaining with some. So these guys and these guys are going to go in the freezer. See if I can have some space. These are the arrowroots. I cooked them and just put them in the freezer as well. So there we go with bananas. We got some here to eat still, and the greenest ones I put underneath here. Friends, I had a visitor, so I had to go and open the gate. And guess what? She brought me a broiler chicken that I had ordered from her. It's just a neighbor lady. She has some broilers, and I wanted to make if I think I'm saying this right, if it's a rotisserie chicken. I don't know if I'm saying the right thing. But anyways, I wanted to marinate it tonight and make it tomorrow. So guess what? You guys get to come along and see the process. I'm so excited that she was able to deliver it today. So, anyways, here is the chicken, and it is time to get our bread in the oven. My kitchen is so dirty and so full. It's reality, guys. It's just reality. Even my stove top is terrible. Alright, let's get this in here and see what happens. I'm trying to decide if I need to move my rack down one. No, I think this is good. Or what do I think? Yeah, I think that's good. Anyways, let's see in about 50 minutes to an hour how that bread is turning out. This is a freshly killed broiler. We paid 500 Kenyan shillings for it. That's about $4.50. I've never tried to do a kienyeji chicken because the chicken is so tough. But I did a broiler before. I think I did a broiler even before I did, before I started YouTube. I tried once and we really loved it. So I was telling my husband that I'm so hungry for that chicken again. And so we managed to pick one up at a good price. So I'm excited to do that. Okay, friends. An update on the bread. This is what's happening. And I'm wondering why exactly it is deciding to be flat-headed. But I think it might be this here situation. I'm still learning how to use my oven. Yeah, this is super hot. So I'm gonna put it right there. Make sure the curtain doesn't get burned off. So my oven, I can do like the top burner and the bottom one. Just the bottom one or just the top one. So I think, and then that pan I just took out creates a barrier. So I think I'm going to turn it on just the bottom one, just the bottom grill, and we'll keep it that way. And I also moved down the rack so it doesn't get too dark on top. We shall check back later. So friends, it is a few minutes later and the kitchen is looking a little bit different. I took care of some dishes and the stove top. And our bread is looking that way. I should have removed that plate to begin with, but it shall be well. So it is time to be cooking supper. Okay, friends. This bread has to be done. It is quite charred on the top, but I'm going to set it right there to let it cool off. Oops, my mic obviously was not working here, but this is how the bread turned out. It was not a good loaf, and I think it was simply because I added a little bit more bananas, and also the bananas were still quite ripe, and so as I cut it, I saw that it was quite soggy still in the middle, and it was actually not bad in taste. It was actually good, like you could eat it after it was cooled off quite a bit. We tried it later at night, but then the next day I wanted to try it again and it was just so soggy. So if you guys make this banana bread, don't use more bananas that the recipe asks for, and also try to use bananas that are more ripe, and it's going to give you a sweeter flavor and everything, but it was fun trying.
Say what you feel. I don't even know if this is real. How can you like me? You're as close to perfect as anyone can be. You and me, we don't need no one else than each other. You and me, you and me.